Hello everyone! Welcome back to our channel Bookish English. My name is Ariel. Today I want to talk about something very simple but very powerful, something that controls your whole life even when you don't notice it. And that thing is your attitude, because your attitude is everything. It decides how you wake up in the morning. It decides how you speak to people. It decides how you face problems. And it decides how far you go in life. Many people think success comes from luck, money, talent, or background. But the truth is much deeper and much simpler. Success starts from attitude. Two people can live in the same city, face the same problems, have the same education, but one grows and the other stays stuck. And the reason is not intelligence. It is attitude. Your attitude is the voice inside your head that speaks to you every day. When life becomes hard, your attitude says either I will try again or I will give up. And most people do not fail because they are weak. They fail because they let their attitude become weak. Now let me tell you a simple truth. Life is not easy for anyone. Everyone has problems. Everyone feels pain. Everyone faces failure. But people with the right attitude use problems as lessons. And people with the wrong attitude use problems as excuses. This is where everything changes. When you wake up with a negative attitude, everything feels heavy. Your body feels tired. Your mind feels slow. Small problems feel big, and you lose hope very quickly. But when you wake up with a positive attitude, even hard days feel possible. You feel stronger. You feel calm. And you feel ready to face whatever comes. Attitude does not mean pretending everything is perfect. Attitude means believing that you can handle whatever is not perfect. This belief gives you power. A strong attitude says, I am not there yet, but I am moving forward. A weak attitude says I am tired. I will stop here, and stopping is easy, but continuing needs attitude. Many people wait for motivation, but motivation comes and goes. Attitude stays. Attitude is what makes you stand up even when motivation disappears. Attitude is what pushes you to take one small step when you feel like quitting. And those small steps change your life slowly, day by day. Most people want big change in one day, but life works differently. Life rewards people who show up daily with the right attitude. Even when progress is slow, even when results are invisible, your attitude decides how you speak to yourself. And this is very important. Because the way you talk to yourself becomes the way you live your life. If you keep saying, I am not good enough, your actions become weak. But if you say, I am learning, I am improving, your actions become stronger. Your mind believes what you repeat, so choose your words carefully. A strong attitude is built by simple daily thoughts, not by big speeches. When you fail, your attitude decides your next move. Some people fail once and quit forever. Others fail many times and keep going. The second group wins, not because they are lucky, but because their attitude tells them failure is a lesson, not an ending. Life will test you again and again. It will test your patience, your confidence, your faith, and your strength. But every test is a chance to grow. If your attitude is right, problems make you better. If your attitude is wrong, problems make you bitter. And bitterness destroys your peace, your relationships, and your future. Attitude also decides how people see you. People may forget your words, but they never forget your attitude. They remember if you were calm or angry, kind or rude, hopeful or negative. Your attitude creates your image without you speaking much. And this image opens or closes doors for you. Opportunities come to people who carry positive energy, because everyone likes to be around someone who brings calm, confidence, and respect. A good attitude does not mean you never feel sad. It means you don't let sadness control your actions. It means you allow yourself to feel, but you choose to move forward. This choice is power. Attitude also affects how you use time. People with weak attitude waste time because they think they have a lot of it. People with strong attitude respect time because they know time builds their future. Every small action done with the right attitude adds value to your life. Reading one page, learning one word, practicing for 10 minutes. These small things look useless in one day, but powerful in 1 year. And only people with strong attitude understand this. They do not chase comfort. They chase growth. Comfort feels good today, but growth builds tomorrow. Attitude decides which one you choose. Many people say they want change, but they don't change their attitude. And without changing attitude, nothing changes. Your life will always follow your mindset. If you believe life is against you, you will see enemies everywhere. But if you believe life is teaching you, you will see lessons everywhere. The situation may be the same, but your experience becomes different. This is the magic of attitude. Attitude also protects your peace. When someone speaks badly, a weak attitude reacts with anger. But a strong attitude stays calm, because it knows that not every word needs a response. Calmness is strength, silence is confidence, and peace is power. When you protect your attitude, you protect your future, because stress, anger, and negativity slowly destroy your health and happiness. But positivity, patience, and gratitude slowly build a strong life. Gratitude is a powerful part of attitude. When you are grateful, fear becomes smaller, comparison disappears, and peace increases. Gratitude reminds you how far you have come, not how far you still need to go. This gives you energy to continue. Remember this clearly. Your attitude is your responsibility. No one can control it unless you allow them. Situations don't control your attitude. People don't control your attitude. Your past doesn't control your attitude. Only you do. And this is good news, because it means you always have power, even on your worst day. You can choose a better attitude, and that choice can change the direction of your life. Step by step, day by day, if you build a strong attitude today, your future will thank you tomorrow. And this is only the beginning of this journey, because there is so much more to understand about how attitude shapes your success, your confidence, your discipline, and your happiness. Before we continue, remember one important thing. Your attitude is not built in one day. It is built every day. Through small choices, through small thoughts, through small actions. And this is why understanding attitude deeply is very important. Now let us move forward and understand how your daily attitude creates your daily life. Every morning, you wake up with a choice. You can wake up complaining, or you can wake up learning. You can wake up blaming, or you can wake up building. Many people wake up and immediately think about problems. Money problems, work problems, family problems, past mistakes, future worries. This creates a heavy attitude before the day even starts. A strong attitude wakes up and says, I am alive. I have another chance. I can improve something today. This small shift changes everything. Your attitude in the morning sets the tone for the whole day. If your morning attitude is negative, your whole day feels negative. But if your morning attitude is calm and positive, your day feels lighter, even if problems appear. Attitude also decides how you react to people. When someone speaks rudely, a weak attitude reacts with anger. Words become harsh, emotions take control, and peace is lost. A strong attitude pauses. It understands that everyone is fighting something. It chooses calm over conflict, and calm always wins. This does not mean you allow disrespect. It means you respond with maturity, and maturity is strength. Your attitude also shapes your habits. People with weak attitudes say, I will start tomorrow. I don't feel like it today. I am tired. I am not in the mood. People with strong attitudes say, I will do a little today, even if I don't feel like it, because consistency is more important than mood. Habits do not grow from motivation. Habits grow from attitude. If your attitude supports discipline, your habits become strong, and strong habits build a strong life. Attitude also decides how you handle failure. Failure is part of life. No one escapes it. But the meaning you give to failure comes from your attitude. A weak attitude says, I failed. I am useless. I should stop. A strong attitude says, I failed. I learned. I will try again. One attitude ends the journey. The other continues it. This is why attitude is more important than talent. Talent can open doors, but attitude keeps you moving forward when doors close. Attitude also controls your patience. Many people quit because results take time. They want success fast, growth fast, change fast. But life works slowly. A strong attitude understands this. It respects the process. It stays patient. It stays consistent. And patience always pays. A weak attitude becomes frustrated, angry, hopeless, and quits too early. Most people are very close to success when they quit. Only attitude decides if you stop or continue. Your attitude towards learning also shapes your future. Some people think learning ends with school. Others think learning is life. A strong attitude is always curious, always open, always learning, from books, from people, from mistakes, from life. This attitude keeps the mind fresh and growing. A weak attitude thinks, I know enough. I am fine, and slowly stops growing. Growth stops when attitude becomes closed. Attitude also affects how you see yourself. If your attitude towards yourself is harsh, you criticize yourself all the time. You feel low. You feel weak. You lose confidence. But if your attitude towards yourself is kind, you forgive yourself. You encourage yourself. You improve faster. Self-respect begins with self-attitude. You cannot build a strong life while speaking badly to yourself. The way you treat yourself teaches others how to treat you. Attitude also decides how you handle fear. Fear comes to everyone. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of change, fear of the unknown. A weak attitude listens to fear and stops. A strong attitude listens to fear and moves forward anyway. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward despite fear, and courage is built by attitude. Your attitude also controls your energy. Negative attitude drains energy. Complaining, overthinking, comparing, worrying, all these steal energy. Positive attitude saves energy. Acceptance, gratitude, focus, action. These give energy. This is why some people feel tired all the time without working hard, and some people feel energetic even after working a lot. The difference is attitude. Attitude also shapes your future relationships. People with negative attitude attract conflict, drama, and misunderstanding. People with positive attitude attract peace, respect, and trust. This does not happen by magic. It happens because attitude affects behavior, and behavior affects relationships. If you bring calm energy, people feel safe around you. If you bring negative energy, people slowly move away. Attitude also affects your self-worth. If your attitude says, "I deserve nothing," you accept less respect, less happiness, less success. But if your attitude says, "I deserve growth, I deserve peace, I deserve success," you start making better choices. You set boundaries. You work harder. You believe more. Self-worth is built from attitude, not from approval. Attitude also decides how you handle change. Life changes all the time. Situations change, people change, plans change. A weak attitude resists change, complains, feels lost. A strong attitude adapts, learns, adjusts, and moves forward. Adaptability is a powerful skill, and it is born from attitude. Those who adapt survive. Those who resist suffer. Attitude also controls your inner peace. Peace does not come from having no problems. Peace comes from having the right attitude towards problems. When your attitude is calm, problems feel smaller. When your attitude is angry, problems feel bigger. You cannot control everything, but you can control your response, and your response decides your peace. Attitude also shapes your confidence in speaking, acting, and expressing yourself. When your attitude believes in yourself, your voice becomes steady, your actions become clear, your presence becomes strong. Confidence is not loud, confidence is calm. And calm comes from a strong attitude. Attitude also decides if you focus on the past or the present. A weak attitude lives in regret, past mistakes, old pain, missed chances. A strong attitude learns from the past, but lives in the present, because power exists only in the present moment. You cannot change yesterday, but you can change today, and today changes tomorrow. Attitude also decides how you measure success. Some people measure success by money only. Others measure success by growth, peace, discipline, and progress. A strong attitude values inner growth as much as outer success, because outer success without inner peace feels empty. Attitude also affects your sleep, your health, and your mind. A negative attitude keeps the mind busy at night. Overthinking, worrying, stressing. A positive attitude calms the mind, allows rest, and improves health. This is why attitude is not just mental, it is physical, emotional, and spiritual. Attitude also decides if you become bitter or better. Pain can change people in two ways. It can make them angry, closed, hard, or it can make them wise, strong, and compassionate. The same pain. 2 results. The difference is attitude. Attitude also helps you trust yourself. When you trust yourself, decisions become easier, fear becomes smaller, and confidence becomes natural. Trust is built by keeping promises to yourself, and keeping promises starts with attitude. Attitude also shapes your future success more than intelligence. Many intelligent people fail because they quit early. Many average people succeed because they never quit. Persistence is attitude, and persistence always wins. Attitude also decides how you handle silence. Some people feel uncomfortable alone. They escape through noise, distraction, and comparison. A strong attitude is comfortable in silence. It uses silence to think, reflect, and grow. Growth happens in silence, not in noise. Attitude also decides how you end your day. Some people end their day complaining about what went wrong. Others end their day grateful for what went right. The second group sleeps with peace and wakes up with strength. This daily cycle builds a powerful life. Remember this clearly. Attitude is not something you are born with. It is something you build. And you build it daily, through thoughts, through words, through actions, through choices. And this is why attitude is everything. It shapes who you become. As we continue, understand this clearly. Your attitude is your inner foundation. Everything you build in life stands on it. If the foundation is weak, the building cannot stand for long. Many people work hard on skills, on money, on status, but they forget to work on attitude. And without a strong attitude, success becomes heavy, stressful, and unstable. Now let us understand how attitude shapes your long-term journey. Your attitude decides how you handle slow progress. Slow progress is a part of every real journey. Growth is quiet. Improvement is slow. Change takes time. A weak attitude becomes impatient. It says nothing is happening. I am wasting my time. I should quit. A strong attitude understands that progress is happening even when it is not visible. Roots grow underground before the tree appears. This patience builds long-term success. Attitude also decides how you react when others move ahead of you. Comparison is dangerous. It steals peace. It steals confidence. It steals joy. A weak attitude compares constantly. Why are they ahead? Why am I behind? Why is life unfair? A strong attitude focuses inward. It says my journey is different. My pace is different. I will focus on my own growth. This focus saves energy and builds clarity. Attitude also shapes how you accept responsibility. People with weak attitude blame everything. Family, society, economy, luck, past, others. People with strong attitude take responsibility, even when it is painful, even when it is unfair. Responsibility gives power. Blame takes power away. When you take responsibility, you gain control, and control builds confidence. Attitude also decides how you speak in difficult moments. Your words matter most when life is hard, in pain, in loss, in pressure. Weak attitude speaks from emotion. Strong attitude speaks from wisdom. It chooses words that heal, that guide, that protect peace. Words shape thoughts. Thoughts shape actions. Actions shape life. Attitude controls your words. Attitude also shapes how you handle success. Success can change people. Some become arrogant, some become careless, some forget their values. This happens when attitude is weak. A strong attitude stays humble, grateful, grounded. It remembers the struggle. It respects the process. It helps others grow. This attitude keeps success stable and meaningful. Attitude also decides how you treat people who cannot help you. True character shows when there is no benefit. A strong attitude treats everyone with respect, kindness, and patience. A weak attitude changes behavior based on advantage. Life always notices attitude, and life rewards sincerity. Attitude also shapes your self-discipline. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect. When your attitude respects your future self, you act with discipline today. You eat better. You sleep better. You work better. You focus better. You choose growth over comfort. This discipline compounds over time. Attitude also decides how you handle mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Mistakes do not define you. Your response to mistakes defines you. A weak attitude hides mistakes, denies mistakes, repeats mistakes. A strong attitude accepts mistakes, learns from them, and improves. Growth begins where ego ends, and ego is controlled by attitude. Attitude also shapes your mental strength. Mental strength is not about being tough all the time. It is about being stable, calm, clear, balanced, even when emotions rise. A strong attitude allows emotions, but does not let emotions control actions. Emotional control is mental power, and mental power creates stability. Attitude also affects how you listen. Listening is a sign of wisdom. A weak attitude listens to reply, to argue, to prove. A strong attitude listens to understand, to learn, to connect. Good listening builds strong relationships, and strong relationships build a strong life. Attitude also decides how you handle loneliness. Loneliness can either break you or build you. A weak attitude escapes loneliness through distraction, noise, addiction, Comparison. A strong attitude uses loneliness to reflect, to learn, to strengthen self-connection. Being comfortable alone is a sign of inner strength, and inner strength comes from attitude. Attitude also shapes how you approach goals. Some people chase goals with fear, pressure, and stress. Others chase goals with focus, patience, and consistency. The second approach lasts longer because it is guided by healthy attitude. Goals should push you, not destroy you. Attitude decides this balance. Attitude also controls how you face uncertainty. Life is uncertain. Plans change. Outcomes change. Futures change. A weak attitude needs control over everything and suffers when control is lost. A strong attitude accepts uncertainty. It trusts itself to handle whatever comes. This trust reduces anxiety and increases confidence. Attitude also shapes how you define happiness. Some define happiness as pleasure. Others define it as peace. Pleasure is temporary. Peace is lasting. A strong attitude values peace because peace allows growth, focus, and clarity. Happiness built on peace is stable. Attitude also affects your inner dialogue. That quiet voice in your head guides your life. If that voice is negative, life feels heavy. If that voice is supportive, life feels possible. You cannot stop thoughts from coming, but you can choose which thoughts to believe. This choice is attitude. Attitude also shapes your resilience. Resilience is the ability to stand again after falling. Everyone falls. Only some rise. Rising requires belief, and belief is attitude. Resilient people do not avoid pain. They grow through it. Attitude also decides how you treat failure publicly. Some people hide after failure, feel ashamed, and withdraw. Others stay open, honest, and determined. This openness builds strength and attracts support. Attitude also affects your consistency. Consistency is the secret behind every success, not intensity, not perfection, consistency. And consistency is not built on motivation. It is built on attitude. Attitude shows up even when you do not feel like it. Attitude also shapes your leadership. Leadership is not position. Leadership is influence, and influence comes from attitude. Calm, respectful, confident, consistent people influence naturally. People follow attitude more than words. Attitude also controls how you end one chapter and start another. Some people carry past pain into new chapters. A strong attitude closes old chapters with lessons, not bitterness. This allows fresh beginnings. Attitude also decides how you measure your day. Some measure by problems, others by progress. A strong attitude looks for progress, even small progress. This builds motivation naturally. Attitude also shapes your faith in yourself. Faith is not blind belief. Faith is trust built through action. When your attitude keeps you moving forward, faith grows. And with faith, life feels lighter. Remember this: your attitude is not tested on easy days, it is tested on hard days. Anyone can stay positive when life is smooth. But true attitude appears during struggle, pain, delay, and pressure. Build your attitude for those days, because those days shape your future. As we move deeper into this journey, remember one thing very clearly. Your attitude is not something small. It is the engine of your life. It pushes you forward or holds you back. Every big change in life starts with a small inner shift. That shift is attitude. Many people wait for life to change before they change their attitude. But strong people change their attitude first, and life follows. Your attitude decides how you walk into a room, how you sit in silence, how you handle rejection, how you face criticism. Criticism comes to everyone. No one escapes it. A weak attitude takes criticism personally. It feels attacked, hurt, angry. A strong attitude filters criticism. It takes what is useful and leaves the rest. This protects confidence and supports growth. Attitude also decides how you respond when things do not go as planned. Life rarely follows our plans. Delays happen. Disappointments happen. A weak attitude complains and loses hope. A strong attitude adjusts and continues. Flexibility is strength. And flexibility comes from attitude. Attitude also shapes how you manage pressure. Pressure is part of growth. Without pressure, there is no improvement. But pressure can either sharpen you or break you. A weak attitude panics under pressure. A strong attitude focuses, breathes, and acts calmly. Calm thinking under pressure creates smart decisions. Attitude also decides how you see effort. Some people see effort as pain, others see it as investment. A strong attitude understands that effort today builds ease tomorrow. Nothing meaningful comes without effort. When your attitude respects effort, you stop looking for shortcuts and start building real strength. Attitude also shapes your relationship with failure again and again. Failure is not one event. It appears many times in life. Exams, jobs, relationships, plans, dreams. A weak attitude collects failures and builds fear. A strong attitude collects lessons and builds wisdom. Wisdom comes from experience, and experience comes from trying. Attitude keeps you trying. Attitude also decides how you deal with boredom. Boredom is dangerous. Many people quit good habits because they feel bored. A weak attitude needs excitement all the time. A strong attitude understands that boring days are part of discipline. Growth is not exciting every day, but it is rewarding in the long run. Attitude helps you stay steady when excitement fades. Attitude also shapes your self-image. How you see yourself quietly affects everything. A weak attitude sees self as small, limited, powerless. A strong attitude sees self as growing, learning, improving. This self-image pushes you to act differently, and action changes reality. Attitude also affects how you recover after emotional pain. Heartbreak, loss, disappointment, betrayal. These wounds hurt deeply. A weak attitude closes the heart completely. A strong attitude heals slowly, learns boundaries, and grows wiser. Healing is not forgetting. Healing is understanding. And understanding comes from attitude. Attitude also decides how you respond to success in others, jealousy or inspiration. A weak attitude feels threatened by others' success. A strong attitude feels motivated. It says, if they can do it, I can learn too. This mindset keeps your heart clean and your path clear. Attitude also shapes your commitment. Commitment means staying loyal to your goals even when mood changes. A weak attitude works only when feeling good. A strong attitude works even when feeling tired. Commitment builds trust with yourself, and self-trust is powerful. Attitude also controls how you handle quiet progress. Many people want applause, attention, validation, but real growth often happens quietly, without anyone noticing. A strong attitude does not need constant validation. It finds satisfaction in progress. Quiet progress builds loud results later. Attitude also decides how you use feedback. Feedback can improve you or hurt you. A weak attitude defends ego. A strong attitude improves skills. Ego blocks growth. Humility opens it. And humility is attitude. Attitude also affects how you face uncertainty about the future. The future is unknown for everyone. Some fear it. Some trust themselves in it. A strong attitude does not need all answers. It trusts its ability to learn, adapt, and grow. This trust reduces anxiety. Attitude also shapes your daily emotional balance. Life has ups and downs. A weak attitude moves wildly with emotions. A strong attitude stays balanced. It feels emotions, but stays grounded. Emotional balance creates mental clarity. Attitude also decides how you treat your body. Your body listens to your mind. A careless attitude neglects health. A respectful attitude takes care. Sleep, movement, food, rest. Health is not luck. It is attitude. Attitude also shapes how you handle silence from others, being ignored, unnoticed, unappreciated. A weak attitude feels rejected. A strong attitude stays self-focused. It knows its worth and continues forward. Attitude also decides how you face responsibility. Responsibility feels heavy to some, powerful to others. A strong attitude sees responsibility as trust, and trust builds confidence. Attitude also shapes your inner peace when things are slow. Slow seasons come, nothing moves fast, results pause. A weak attitude becomes restless. A strong attitude stays patient, because it understands seasons change. Growth is happening beneath the surface. Attitude also controls your resilience during repeated struggles. Some battles repeat, the same challenge again and again. A weak attitude says, why me? A strong attitude says, this is training. Repetition builds strength. Attitude also decides how you close each day. Do you sleep with regret or reflection? A strong attitude reflects, learns, and rests. This prepares the mind for tomorrow. Attitude also decides if you live reactively or intentionally. Reactive living follows emotions. Intentional living follows values. Values come from attitude. Attitude also shapes your long-term happiness. Happiness is not an event. It is a state built daily, through choices, through mindset, through gratitude. Attitude is the base of lasting happiness. Remember this truth deeply. You may not control everything in life, but you always control your attitude. And when you control your attitude, you control your direction, your strength, your peace, and your future. This is why attitude is everything. As we come closer to the final part of this story, it is important to understand how everything connects back to one simple truth. Your attitude decides the quality of your life, not your past, not your mistakes, not your background, but your attitude today. Many people wait for the perfect moment to feel confident, to feel strong, to feel ready. But the truth is, confidence is built by action, and action is guided by attitude. A strong attitude does not wait for perfect conditions. It creates strength in imperfect conditions. Attitude also decides how you face rejection. Rejection hurts. It makes you question yourself, your worth, your abilities. A weak attitude takes rejection as proof of failure. A strong attitude takes rejection as redirection. It says, "This was not my path. Something better is ahead." This belief keeps the heart open and the mind focused. Attitude also shapes how you forgive. Holding anger feels powerful at first, but it slowly poisons the mind. A strong attitude understands that forgiveness is not for others. It is for your own peace. Letting go frees your energy, and energy is needed to build a better future. Attitude also decides how you speak about your life. Some people speak only about problems, complaints, negativity. A strong attitude speaks about growth, lessons, possibilities. Words shape reality. Speak carefully. Attitude also affects how you handle routine. Routine feels boring to many, but routine builds discipline, and discipline builds freedom. A strong attitude respects routine, because it understands that freedom comes from structure. Attitude also shapes your patience with yourself. Growth is not straight. Some days you move forward. Some days you fall back. A weak attitude becomes harsh. A strong attitude stays patient, kind, and steady. Self-patience keeps you moving long-term. Attitude also decides how you face criticism from people close to you. Family, friends, colleagues. These words hurt more. A strong attitude listens calmly, takes what is useful, and stays true to values. Attitude also shapes your honesty with yourself. Lying to yourself feels comfortable, but it blocks growth. A strong attitude is honest, even when truth hurts. Honesty builds clarity, and clarity builds progress. Attitude also controls how you handle praise. Praise can lift or distract. A weak attitude becomes dependent on praise. A strong attitude appreciates praise but stays focused. Growth matters more than applause. Attitude also decides how you manage disappointment. Disappointment is part of effort. A weak attitude collapses. A strong attitude recalibrates. It asks, what can I learn? What can I change? What is the next step? Attitude also shapes your courage to start again. Starting again is hard. After failure, after loss, after pain. A strong attitude believes beginnings are always possible. As long as you are alive, you can start again. Attitude also decides how you treat people who disagree with you. A weak attitude argues to win. A strong attitude listens to understand. Respect creates peace, and peace creates strength. Attitude also affects how you use silence in difficult moments. Silence can be powerful. It gives space to think, to choose wisely. A strong attitude is not afraid of silence. Attitude also decides how you handle inner doubt. Doubt appears before every big step. A weak attitude listens and stops. A strong attitude listens and moves anyway. Courage grows through action, not waiting. Attitude also shapes your self-respect. When your attitude values yourself, you stop accepting less respect, less growth, less peace. You choose better for yourself. Attitude also affects how you face the unknown. The unknown scares many. A strong attitude trusts growth. It trusts learning. It trusts effort. Attitude also shapes your daily energy. Energy is not only physical, it is mental, emotional. A strong attitude protects energy by avoiding unnecessary drama. Complaints, comparison. Attitude also decides how you handle repeated failure. Repeated failure breaks many, but it builds champions. Persistence is attitude. Attitude also shapes your relationship with time again and again. Do you rush, or do you stay steady? A strong attitude respects timing. It works daily without panic. Attitude also decides how you live when no one is watching. Character is built in private. Attitude shows there first. Attitude also controls how you close your journey each day, with regret or reflection. Reflection builds wisdom. Wisdom builds peace. Attitude also shapes your final outcomes, because life does not reward words. It rewards consistency. And consistency is attitude in action. Remember this deeply. Your attitude is your greatest asset. It cannot be taken away. It cannot be stolen. It can only be strengthened or weakened by you. When you choose patience over panic, growth over comfort, calm over chaos, action over excuses, you are choosing a powerful attitude, and that choice shapes your future silently, day by day, step by step. This is why attitude is everything. It builds your strength when life is hard. It keeps your heart steady when emotions rise. It guides your actions when motivation fades. And it protects your peace when the world feels noisy. If you build the right attitude, nothing can truly stop you. Because no matter what happens outside, you remain strong inside. And inner strength creates outer success.